Hello, welcome to Clark Technologies. In this video, we will see how to integrate Google Drive connector in Mulesoft. Okay, if any requirement is there to connect any Google services like Google Spreadsheet or Google Drive or any other Google service, we should follow the same process. So, in this video, we will discuss about Google Drive connector integration in Mulesoft. If you are visiting our channel for the first time, please subscribe, share, and like our videos. Okay, let's get started. So, before that, I would like to just show you which drive I am going to integrate and what are the different connectors available in MuleSoft. Okay, so let's first log in into our Cloud Hub platform. So here, this is my test account. Here, if you can search for in the Exchange, if you can search for provided by MuleSoft assets, you will find different connectors. I am actually searching with Google Mule 4. So if you can observe here, Google Analytics connector is there, BigQuery, Calendar, Google Sheets, Spreadsheets, Google Drive connector, Maps, PubSub connector, Prediction connector. Few are related to Mule 3 version also there, but in Mule 4 we have a lot of connectors available in MuleSoft Exchange. Okay, so for to integrate any Google service, you can use these connectors. So in our video, we will discuss about this Google Drive connector Mule 4 version, how we can integrate it into our Gmail account. Okay, so to do that, I have created a new Gmail account for this, like clartmulepractice@gmail.com, and in this, this is my Google Drive. Here I have only 3 folders. I just created these 3 folders for our testing purpose, and in these 3 folders, each folder contain each one file. Okay, so I'll just show you one image or one PDF file kind of stuff. So we have 3 folders and 3 files in my Google Drive as of now. So once we will discuss it, and once we integrate this Google Drive in MuleSoft, so once you test that connector, now you will get the details about these connectors and all in your MuleSoft project. So let's get started. First thing, what we have to do is, like, we need to first create a project in Google Console. Google Services Console, we need to create one project, and you need to get the API key and API ID, client ID and client secret for that particular Google Drive API connector. So let's see step by step how we can do that. So to do that, you need to first go to this Google Service Console. I'll provide this link in description. You need to just log in with your Gmail which you are going to connect. I have just created a sample Gmail. Okay, so I'm logging into that. Okay, in the console itself, you have to first log in with your account. Then it will show you the dashboard, Google Console APIs dashboard, like this. Okay, now it will ask you for this agree of this condition. You need to just click the checkbox and click on agree and continue. Okay, now we need to create one project which is related to this Google Console. So once you create this project with the steps which I have provided, I will discuss here, you will get a API key and secret. We need this information to configure the Google connector in our MuleSoft Anypoint Studio. So that is why this is the first step we have to do. In your real-time project, maybe you will not get chance to create this project and all. You need to get the Google Connector API key and the secret details from your team or from your ops team or whoever created this project. Okay, so as this is our test account, we need to do it from scratch, and we are going to discuss with step-by-step details. And one more time, I would remind you, please subscribe to our channel. We will going to create and provide more MuleSoft tutorials here. Okay, so let's click on create project. So you can give any name here, but you need to remember this name. Now I'll give my Clart Google API. I can give. Okay, so just copy paste it here just for backup purpose. Okay, now you can leave this no organization as it is, and yeah, now just click on create project. So once the project is created, you will get to see more details, and we need to configure credentials to get client ID and client secret. Okay. Yeah, now your service looks like this, your API looks like this, and you need to create credentials first. Okay, so just go to credentials. Okay, here you have to create one API key and OAuth 2.0 credentials. We are going to use this OAuth 2.0. We are going to create this OAuth 2.0 integration only in our Mulesoft. Okay, so but API key also we need to create to map this project. So let's create this one by one. Click on create credentials, click on API key. So it will create an API key for you to map with this project, the MyClad to Google API. So just copy this key somewhere. You won't get this key again. So API key. Okay. Now let's go to the console again. Okay, let's close this. Now let's create a OAuth client ID and client secret. Okay, to do that again click on client credentials, select OAuth client ID. Now you will see like this is a warning to create a OAuth client ID. You must configure this consent screen. So just click on this. It will go to this path, OAuth consent screen. Okay. So here you can select any internal or external based on your requirement. Here I will select external because I am an external user of this Google account. Let's click on create, and you need to provide your API name here. App name, MyClad app I can say, and support mail you can select your own mail. And logo, these are all not the mandatory fields, so just try to fill all the mandatory fields. Now I think we don't need to do anything here. Email address, you can give your own email address for developer contact confirmation. Sorry, let me copy paste my Gmail address here. That's it. Let's click on save and continue, and it will take you these 3-4 steps here. And if you have any scopes related to your project, you can just configure here. For now you can just leave it as it is for the scopes. Go to click on continue, and test users you can add any user, otherwise you will get a couple of errors. You can add your own user here, then click on save and continue. So this is a summary of your app you are going to create here in Google Cloud. So back to dashboard. Now it will allow you to create client ID, client secret for your app. Okay, and yeah, let's go to this credentials again. Click on client credentials, select OAuth client ID. Now you should see these options. You need to select this web application here, and client you can say, you can give any name here, no problem. Okay, and one more thing you need to remember here, you need to add authorized redirect URIs. Because this redirect URIs we will be using as an external callback URL in our Mulesoft configuration. So you can give it like http://localhost, and try to give the same port while you are integrating the HTTP listener in your Mulesoft Anypoint Studio. While you are using it, try to give the same information like listener and host. In your real-time project, maybe you can give as per your requirement. So as of now, just to give this redirect URL, callback URL, you need to provide this information here. Okay, so click on create, Now it will give you client ID and client secret. You can copy these two information from here, client ID, client secret. So client secret is this your client secret. You can just click on this copy to clipboard and paste it here. And also you can just download it by using this JSON. It will be getting downloaded with all the information. Once you open the file, it will show you the all information like callback URL, client ID and client secret, anything. Okay. uh, yeah, now let's go back to our screen. Just click on OK. So that's it as of now for Google console API console. We need to create this information. Okay, and apart from this, we need to do one thing. We need to enable the Google Drive API in order to get the access in our Mulesoft while testing your application, right? So to do that, just go to library and here search for Google Drive API. Click on this. Yeah, now you need to just enable this Google Drive API in order to provide the authorization to test this. Yeah, now this API is enabled for you. For this, automatically the credentials, API 2.0 credentials will get mapped here. Okay, that's it. That's it for this Google API configuration. Now let's go to our Anypoint Studio to configure this Mule Drive connector in order to test this application. Okay, so let's go to Studio. So in Studio, I have already created one project. Okay, but I'll just remove these things. I'll create it from scratch. Okay. So you can create one project by clicking on File, New Project and New Project. You can just name it as a Google Drive API demo or something, whichever you want. You can give any name. So once you created that project, it will give you this console. I think you already know about creating a project if you are in this video directly, right? So what you can do is you can just drag and drop the listener first. Okay, now here I am while connecting this, configuring this connector, just give 8081 is the port, same port which we are going to use in our callback URL. Okay, and I'll just remove this. I'll show you from scratch. Okay, so here you need to remember that port number and host as it is, and here you need to give the path. Here in my case I am giving a Google Drive test. I'll just change it to like a demo. Okay, that's it. Now the actual connector, if your Google Drive connector is not available here in your palette, what you can do, you can just search for your Drive connector in your Anypoint platform account. So you need to log in here with your Anypoint platform account by clicking on add account if you are not already logged in. In my case, I already logged in with my account, so I have logged in with that. You need to just search for Google. It will show you all the Google connectors available. You can select that Google Drive connector and add it to your project as a dependency. Then you will see this Google Drive connector and this its operations. Okay, so let's wait for it. I have already added it earlier, so So if you can see, these are all the different connectors available in Mulesoft. So you need to just add this Google Drive connector. Select this, click on add. It will add this here, and you can click on finish. Okay, I will click on cancel as of now because I have already added this connector in the same way. I am just showing you for your reference. Okay, so you need to click on finish. So once you get added, it will show you all the different operations of this Google Drive connector. See, we have create changes, create drives, all the different operations which we are going to use in our Google Drive. It will show you all the things. Okay, so as of now in this video, I'll just try for this drive files list. This operation I would like to try now. It will actually fetch all the list of files available in your Google Drive. So in my case, if you remember, in my case I have three different folders, and each folder have each file. So I have only three files in my Google Drive. So the expectation is it should fetch all the files, all the three files details once you test this application and run this application. Okay, let's configure this Google connector. So to do that, just in the just drag and drop the Google Drive's Drive files list operation, or if you want to test any other operation, you can test anything. Okay, configuration will be same, and if in case if it is asking for API key for a couple of connectors, you can give that API key value which we have already copied somewhere here in the notepad, right, while creating that API key. So sometimes it will ask for API key, and for a few connectors it will ask for only client ID and client secret. So let's try to configure this. So click on plus icon, and yeah, so here it is having different scopes and different details we need to configure. Here the consumer key, consumer secret is nothing but the client ID and client secret, which we have already copied here while creating the OAuth credentials in Google Console. Okay, so copy paste the client ID and client secret. So this is my client secret. Okay, and in the callback path you can just give callback. Authorize path you can give /authorize. Okay, and in this sectional callback URL, here you have to provide that callback URL which we have given as a redirector URL, redirect URL in our Google Console API. Okay, 8081 callback. And you need to observe or remember one thing, the listener config, which is the same HTTP listener we are going to create here or configure here. You need to just recheck it if it is selecting the character listener or not. Okay, and this resource owner ID, you can give any resource owner ID name here as per your requirement. In my case I am clicking demo user. I'm giving a demo user here. Okay, you need to authorize and test it with the same user while testing your API. If you have no requirement of this resource owner ID, you can just leave it blank. Otherwise you can give the value as per your requirement. And authorization URL would be same. Access token URL will be different. You can get that value from the JSON file which you have downloaded earlier. Once they creating that once we have created the OAuth credentials, it will give you this one, right? So here you can see auth URL. We have download as JSON, right, with all the client ID and client secret. It will have client ID, client secret, and auth URI as well. So here if you can see, this is the auth URI, and the other one is the token URI. So auth URI would be same in the connector by default. And if you see any difference in this token URI, you can give that. Okay, demo project. Now let me just close it and reopen again. I have two different files. Okay, Okay, let me just reopen that JSON file. So this is your token URI. It's better we can give this. Yeah, it's a single shift. Okay, no, actually I have opened wrong JSON file. So just copy this token URL and paste it here. That's it. You don't want to change anything. Just click on OK. And as this is the drive files list operation, you no need to configure anything here as of now. It will fetch all the drive files details. Okay, let's save this. And to get the response as it is, let's to see what is the actual response it is sending. You can use transform view after this Google Drive connector, and you need to just print the payload. We'll just see what is the exact response it is sending back. Okay, I'm just pasting. I'm just capturing the direct payload which is sending out of this drive files list Google connector operation. Okay, so that's it for now. We have done the configuration also for this operation. Let's try to deploy this application and see how it will behave. So I just start with the deployment. I'll pause the video till it is getting deployed, and once it is deployed I'll resume it. Okay, so now it is getting deployed. Yeah, the deployment is done. So let's close this. Let's see how to test this application. Okay, so to test this actual URL, like the localhost 8081 and Google Drive demo, in order to do this we need to first authorize the request first. Okay, so you need to first test the authorized URL. So to do that you can give the http://localhost, which is the authorized URL which we have given in our connector, like /authorize, right? So localhost : our port is 8081 and /authorize. So you need to do this first, and you need to log in with your account which you have given this. So in my case it is mute practice, and you need to provide all the permissions which you are giving here. So in my case I am selecting all the permissions, but if it is limited to your project requirement you need to provide as per your requirement. Okay, yeah, now once you click on continue you will see this message: successfully retrieved access token. So now this is done. You have performed OAuth dance, and you have you have getting the token from that Google authorization server. So if in order to, in this case maybe sometimes you will get some errors like OAuth dance is not performed and all. So in that case you can just um, check whether you are using the correct one or not. Okay, now let's test the actual URL. Localhost 8081 / your path is Google Drive demo, right? So let's try to test this. Now you should get response. Okay, so see, this is the error you are getting: what the authorization dance not yet performed for resource owner ID. If you remember, we have given this owner ID as a demo user, right, earlier while creating our connector. So what you have to do, you need to authorize for this resource owner ID as a query parameter. So let's go back to the authorized URL, or else we can just open it in another window. So http://localhost : 8081 / and you have to, sorry, you have to provide that URL, query parameter also. Let's frame the URL here: http://localhost 48081/authorize, and the query parameter is that resource owner ID that equal to your username. I mean the demo username, resource owner ID which you have given. I will just show you where we have given. You need to authorize with that particular resource owner, then you will get the actual response. Okay, so this is the resource owner which we have given. Copy it and paste it here. So authorize first with this URL. Don't forget this resource owner ID while authorizing it. Now do the same process. Just log in with your Gmail which we have created. Click on continue. Now click on continue again. This time it is not asking for permissions, which we have already given, right? So yes, you will see this response like successfully retrieved access token. Then this is good, you are in good shape. So now try to access this actual URL. Here also you need to provide that query parameter. Okay, so you need to provide that query parameter while testing your URL. Now click on enter. See, now you got all the drive details like a Google Drive Connector 1. This is my drive name, and it has see, this type is folder, and Mule Practice 2 is folder, test folder 1, this is the folder, and I have 3 files in that I have told you, right? So this is the file, one PNG file, another PNG file, and here one PDF file. So I have 6 entries, 1 2 3 4 5 6. If you can just cross check with my Google Drive, here it is. So see, you have 3 different folders: Google Drive Connector, Mule Practice 2, test folder 1. Let's check it here. Google Drive Connector 1, Mule Practice 2, test folder 1, and inside each folder I have one file. Okay, so this is how actually you need to integrate a Google Drive Connector with Mulesoft. So as I have used this operation, I mean drive list, files list, it is showing all the files list along with the folder names and file names. So as per my requirement, I did this. If you have a different requirement to use a different Google operation, you can just go ahead and you can use in the same way. In some connectors it will ask for API key, as I said earlier. You can just provide that API key value. Okay, so that's it for now. I hope you learned some new thing by using this video. If you like this video, if you feel this is useful to you, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you. Let's meet again.